freedom.
Can you imagine this being done honestly? You start off with peaceful January 6th footage, cops opening the doors, then Biden's first word is not freedom, but tyranny. No need to worry anymore, my freedom-loving friends. Joe Biden has announced he's running for re-election in 2024. We're in good hands. We'll be good. Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my wonderful freedom-loving friend, where we like to call out the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants, shine the light of awareness on woke absurdities, and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters. In today's news, we've got, man, this is just heartwarming, gives us all hope. Joe Biden has announced he is in fact running for president again. That's great. He'll be 195. That's great. Very sharp cognitively, physically peak condition, just falls over on bikes, falls up steps some more, fumbles around. It's fine. He is great. He was way too degenerated during the first election in 2020. He's improved. Kind of like in a 1984 way, he's improved and he's good. Nothing to worry about here. Now, in a second, we'll take a look at Biden's election announcement videos. It's great. No propaganda in it. And also take a look at a little piece of President Trump's reaction, his response to Biden announcing. But first, let's get to the obvious. Joe Biden is running for re-election. Really? Yeah. In a way it's surprising, and in a way it's not surprising. Is he really running for re-election? No. The people that run him are running him for re-election. So let's just get that clear. So here's why it's surprising to me. Most popular president in U.S. history, obviously, don't ask any questions because you're not allowed. Absolutely low approval ratings. 70% of Americans, both Democrat and Republicans, are not for him running for re-election. It doesn't matter what Republicans think. Of course, they're against him. But the majority of Democrats are against him running for re-election. That's one of the reasons why I'm surprised they're actually running him again. His state of cognition, as well as his physical capabilities, are obviously very degenerated. It's no matter how much they try to hide it, keep him in the back. They don't have him on camera, but if we have to every once in a while, like very tightly controlled. Joe, read off the teleprompter. You're not going to do that very well, but just read off it. Don't say anything else. Exit the stage. Don't shake hands with air. For God's sakes, don't do that again. You've done it multiple times. Because of that, I'm surprised that the puppet masters are still going to use him as a puppet. He wasn't believable to be a viable candidate back in 2020. And now he's outrageously unbelievable. The idea that this guy's running the show, it's hiding in plain sight. It's just like, yeah, cool, that's the thing we all know, but we're not supposed to talk about it, even though we talk about it a lot. So that's why I'm surprised. Well, I'm not surprised he's running for re-election. The Democrats don't have anything better, which is... that is a sad reality. They actually have something much better, but he is so of service that he can't possibly fit into the DNC and their agenda, the whole globalist thing, like let's use the government as an extension of corporations, Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, that kind of thing. And that candidate is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He's running as a Democrat. I don't like that he's running as a Democrat, but I see his reasons why. He's not Republican, and running as an independent, you pretty much, that's just not a very good strategy if you want to be a viable candidate. I would be happy having Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in office. I would just be happy. I want to be clear about that. Right now, my support is behind President Trump. I think he's just got a much better shot. I also love what he stands for. My dream would be Trump with VP Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Think about that. Maybe that's too wet of a dream. Who knows? So aside from the actual viable candidate, but he's just not controllable. He's just like a Tulsi Gabbard. So he's a Democrat, but the DNC is like, dude, you're dead to us. In fact, you're worse. You're an inconvenience to us. We've got to keep smearing you because you're a headache. Who else do they have? Obviously, Kamala Harris. Nobody likes her. I'm a little bit surprised they're not playing the Gavin Newsom card. He's obviously a piece of trash, kind of like degrades humanity, he's pretty communism, but he functions well. He looks decent for people who think reptiles are attractive. He can speak okay. Obviously, he's just a deceptive, greasy human being. We can see that, but that's like what they are. So he's a good representation of it. So I'm a little surprised Biden is running for re-election. But a prediction before we get to these videos, I'll give you two predictions. I wouldn't be surprised if near the election, all of a sudden, Biden develops like a health condition that he's had for a long time. And they announce like, hey, guy, we're so sorry, but Biden, tear in my eye, he can't run. This is a travesty. We got to lower the flags, lower that Ukraine, take that American flag down, take that off, burn that, lower the Ukraine flag. We've got to have some really sentimental time here in America because he's got major health issues. We're atheists, but pray for him anyway. And then insert Gavin Newsom, maybe Michelle Obama, but I think it'd be like they'd play on the underdog story of like, hey, like we've had our faithful leader, he's down and out, man, we got to rally the troops. We've got the underdog coming in last minute. Here's Newsom, everybody. If you want to see the worst in California happen all over the country, he's our guy. That's one prediction. The second prediction is Biden runs for re-election and he is re-elected. Re-elected. It's more like selected. You can probably imagine how there could be some irregularities that no matter how unviable he is, how obvious he is, like not to mention like his track record of literally destroying America, like even beside from that, just the obviousness that is the degeneration in human form of Joe Biden, it's like, cool, he can be elected as long as there's enough irregularities. So those are my predictions there. Now, let's get to Hunter's dad's very touching, emotionally provoking election announcement video. We're taking this from Joe Biden's Twitter page. He's got a fraction of the followers of President Trump. Don't think about that too much. But first, his post. Every generation has a moment where they have had to stand up for democracy. To stand up for democracy. Dude, you piece of garbage gaslighter. You have done your best to destroy democracy, but I digress. To stand up for their fundamental freedoms. This guy's the most anti-freedom. I believe this is ours. That's why I'm running for re-election as President of the United States. Go Ukraine. Join us. Let's finish the job. JoeBiden.com. Dude, let's finish the job. Dude, yeah, we need to finish. America is being destroyed, but it's not completely destroyed. It's not third world. It's not 100% communism. We need 4 more years to finish this job. We gotta build communism back better. It'll probably work this time. Now to the video. Dude, we're already starting off with the propaganda. You got to show the January 6th footage right at the beginning. We're capturing the minds of all the people watching. Notice they didn't show the J6 footage that they released to Tucker Carlson. Like those 40,000 hours, they showed some majorly peaceful people having doors open for them by police officers. I wonder why they didn't insert that.
Freedom.
Dude, like if this was, can you imagine this being done honestly? You start off with peaceful January 6th footage, cops opening the doors, then Biden's first word is not freedom, but tyranny, tyrannical regimes. But I guess 1984, we're not doing honesty.
Personal freedom is fundamental to who we are as Americans.
There's nothing more important, nothing more sacred.
That's been the work of my first term, to fight for our democracy.
This shouldn't be a red or blue issue.
To protect our rights, to make sure that everyone in this country is treated equally and that everyone is given a fair...
By the way, notice the diversity, equity, inclusion that is just shamelessly used. Biden's surrounded by black people, Mexican folks. Is like, cool, like that's fine. But the try-hard shamelessness of we're just going to do that because he stands for nothing. So we have to show this diversity, equity, inclusion, just so shameless the way, and I would say they're literally using black people for their benefit. I don't think this honors black people. I think it's them using black people for their benefit in their quest to, like, this guy who literally called a KKK recruiter a great friend and mentor. said Obama's like the first well-spoken black guy. That's the guy. Like, cool. He's objectively racist, but we want to position him as though he's not.
Fair shot at making it. But you know, around the country, MAGA extremists are lining up to take on those bedrock freedoms, cutting Social Security.
Extremists.
That you paid for your entire life while cutting taxes for the very wealthy.
Wow. We need more money for Ukraine. We're going to cut your Social Security and just give it to Ukrainians.
Dictating what healthcare decisions women can make. Banning books.
Banning books. Really, Mr. Ban Free Speech? Mr. Your administration advises Twitter on who to censor and what to censor? Banning books, really? You mean books that sexualize children? You mean enforcing laws that prevent felonies? Is that what you mean, Hunter's dad?
And telling people who they can love, all while making it more difficult for you to be able to vote.
Voter ID. You can't buy beer without an ID. You can't get on a plane without an ID. But voter ID, that is hurting our ability to make this come out the way we want. So, dude, Kamala, I'm surprised they put her in here at all, to be honest with you. Dude, no sniffing kids in this video. They must have lost that footage.
When I ran for president 4 years ago, I said
You were in a basement.
we're in a battle for the soul of America, and we still are. The
He's a rather soulless man to be talking about battling for the soul of America.
question we're facing is whether in the years ahead we have more freedom or less freedom, more rights or fewer.
Dude, the gaslighting is impeccable. So in the years ahead, we're determining if we're going to have more freedom or less freedom. And this guy's objectively eroding freedom. Gun rights out the door. Censorship through the roof.
I know what I want the answer to be, and I think you do too. This is not a time to be complacent. That's why I'm running for re-election.
Now, the music changed. Now we're filled with hope. It was dread in the beginning, emotional manipulation. Dread, dread, dread. What's going to happen if we don't get this guy? And now he's running for re-election. Now we have hope because of the music.
Because I know America. I know we're good and decent people.
Very decent.
I know we're still a country that believes in honesty, respect, and treating each other with dignity. That we're a nation where we give hate no safe harbor. We believe that everyone is equal, that everyone should be given a fair shot to succeed in this country. Thank you for choosing us.
Ketanji Jackson, like, I don't know what a woman is. I'm not a biologist. Biden's like, well, I know how to identify kids. I just sniff them.
Every generation of Americans has faced a moment when they have to defend democracy. Stand up for our personal freedom. Stand up for the right to vote and our civil rights. And this is our moment.
See the clip of him running? They didn't show the clip of him falling after those first two steps. Please keep taking note on the diversity. That makes him very well qualified to be president. Filled with hope. Come on, hope. Build back better.
So if you're with me,
What laptop?
go to JoeBiden.com and sign up. Let's finish this job. I know we can. Because this is the United States of America. There's nothing, simply nothing we cannot do if we do it together.
Let's finish the job. Keep saying that. Yeah, communism isn't going to continue implementing itself. We've got to finish the job. Now, in a second, we got to wrap this video up because I got to head over to JoeBiden.com and pledge my support to turn in my neighbors, all the things. So there's just a quick opening from Donald Trump's response to Hunter's dad's announcement. Here we go.
You could take the 5 worst presidents in American history and put them together, and they would not have done the damage Joe Biden has done to our nation in just a few short years. Not even close.
I think that's a good summary.
With such a calamitous and failed presidency, it is almost inconceivable that Biden would even think of running for re-election.
I think that says it well. That's a good note to end on. So, ladies and gentlemen, and the 73 genders in between, Joseph Biden is running for re-election. Looks like it'll be him against Trump until the deep state does their shenanigans. Maybe enter Gavin Newsom. Maybe enter Michelle Obama. Maybe just enter irregularities. And we shall see. Him against President Trump. By the way, the DNC has announced they are not doing any primary debates. Very obvious reasons. One, he's an incumbent president, so just to be fair, that's also understandable. But also, over their dead bodies, would they want other candidates bringing up Biden's track record of how he has destroyed America, his Build Back Better plan, let alone bringing up his degeneration of his mind and body? So, of course, they're not going to do any primary debates. They, effectively need to hide the guy in the basement again. So, but of course they'll be like, dude, he's just so busy running the country. Did you finish your applesauce yet? He's so busy running the country. He just doesn't have time for these meager little debates here. Got a lot to look forward to in 2024, even though I've painted a little bit of a grim picture. I still have hope. I think it's important to look at the candidates that you support and not only support them, but also be the change we wish to see in the world. Like if you're a fan of President Trump, DeSantis, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., we get to take a look at the qualities and principles that they stand for that makes us want to elect them. And most importantly, we get to elect to stand for those same qualities and principles in our own lives. That's how the real change in this country happens. It's not just a single figurehead in office. Even though who that single figurehead in office is, it's got importance to a degree, but you and I and the other amazing freedom lovers out there, the power is truly in our hands. So I appreciate you watching, and I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Awaken CBD, which is a company I founded, premium high quality CBD. Quality control is through the roof, organically grown. I wanted to bring the absolute best CBD to market because it's made a huge difference in my life. It's hard to find CBD out there that you can trust the quality of and potency of. I've become such a big fan because I'm someone with regard to my mind and body, unlike Biden, I like to feel and function my best, and CBD has helped me do it. I've been blown away by the results I've gotten over the past 5 years, and I couldn't be more proud to bring Awaken CBD to the market. We've got the CBD oil tincture, we've got gummies, we've got relief creams, a small boutique of different forms of CBD, sleep formulas, all of which I'm so proud of. If you'd like to give Awaken CBD a shot to earn your business, you can head on over to healthisfreedom.co to learn more and how to attain some Awaken CBD. And if you love it, awesome. I'm honored. And if you'd like to get on a monthly subscription where you select your items and they show up at your door whenever you want, where you don't have to think about it, you've got that option. By the way, and if you try it and we don't earn your business, don't earn your trust, you don't like the results, then I'll tell you we don't deserve your business. But if you'd like to give Awaken CBD a shot, I would be honored to do the dance with you. You can head on over to healthisfreedom.co and check out Awaken CBD. And with that said, my beautiful freedom-loving friend, I'll look forward to seeing you on our next video. But until then, stay free.